are back. Today we're checking out the game Shrieks and Creaks for your Halloween creepy people. I don't know what you call Halloweeners. That's not right.
Trick-or-treaters?
That's inappropriate.
Yeah, trick-or-treaters.
For all you creeps and ghouls out there. Shrieks and Creaks. So this is a game from the 80s. I actually played this with my neighborhood friend, and we had fun. I recently played it solo. Not as fun, I will say, but there's some nostalgia there. It's good times. So let's go ahead and play it. So basically, I'll go ahead and explain the game
rules while we rewind.
while it's doing this. So
Be kind. Rewind.
what you do is there's levels to this house, right? We all start here, we roll a die, we move that many spaces. When you make it to a cat, you have to stop on the cat, right? Then you have to take the key along with your person, put it in the speaker, and if it plays anything, it will tell you what to do. If you put it in and it's like in the middle of talking about something, ignore it, wait for the next one to come through. But for first one, they're randomized, so you put them like that. Twos go in the second level of the house. Threes go to the third level. Fours go in the fourth level. And obviously we're trying to move for this tower, which is the finish. It's basically unlocked. No, I'm kidding. Everybody's here like, it kinda is. What the heck? I really hope it's not just like completely disintegrating the tape right now. It's a scary sound it's making.
The ghostly host, Sir Silent Shriek. I and some of my favorite fiends are looking forward to having visitors. We have so few, you see. Behind my mansion doors are many spooky rooms and many hidden surprises. Won't you come in?
Sound effects are great.
Yeah, why is there a goat?
Should be playing this by candlelight.
There's no turning back now. Now that you've entered my house of horrors, you must find a way out. To escape, you must find the way to the tower. Move along my howling halls from one eerie room to the next. As you move amid the goons, ghouls, and goblins, be prepared for anything. Whenever you enter a room and land on a black cat, put the player key and room key into the talking tombstone. Then listen carefully. If you do not disturb the spirits, you will hear only dead silence. You may then continue your journey and roll again. But if you awaken them, you will hear the shrieks and creaks of the night. And then you must do as I, Sir Silent, command. Will I send you back to relive past horrors, or on to face new dangers? If you plot your course with care,
Go back to third grade.
enough to reach the tower
But hey, at least Mom packs my lunch.
win the game. But before we begin the fun, I have one word of warning. Read the rules. If you have already read the rules, you may disregard my such warnings. Now, don't look so grim. Your adventure, or should I say, misadventure, is about to begin.
He's really not selling me on this journey. He's making me want to just go home.
It's so loud, isn't it?
Remove the host key from the tombstone, put it to rest in the game box, and let the game begin.
All right, so this actually keeps playing while we're playing. So there's a randomness to how long it takes us to get there, along with what keys you match up. Basically, you're holding on to your player key, and then you match it to the room that you're going into. So we roll first. High roll goes
pretty sure
first.
I read the rules.
Oh, it
and
does say
player
youngest.
goes
You're right.
first.
You're right. Youngest player goes
So,
first.
Thank you very much. 1.
Yeah, the die only goes 1 to 3. So
Oh, I did not
We
know.
have to choose separate paths.
no, you can go whichever route you want. So I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3. So it's really just roll and move, right? Oh, I should have gone there, and then I could have done that already. Oh well.
1. Seen a brokenness to this game.
3. So I go there. I have to stop, and then I take the 2 combinations, my key plus the one behind it, and I place it like yonder. Well, that's not good.
Oh, it's such torture to have to go back. Move your playing piece back to start and wait there. Put the room key back on the game board and the player key in front of you. Now, pass the die to the next player and your turn ends.
Do I need to
Go
roll?
to start.
Not cool, Simon. What's that?
Do I need to roll?
I
Yeah.
mean,
'Cause,
he'll
I mean-
stop.
I mean,
no
it
matter
doesn't matter. But,
what. Way to ruin the 3s.
do you want the privilege?
Ha-
Yeah, you just shove it in. It doesn't matter which one's in front. Technically, I think they say your picture goes in front, but I don't know if it matters.
Sitting on your shoulder. It's just Fuzzy, my pet spider. Go to the pantry and find his twin brother, Harry. Your turn ends. Put the room key back on the game board and
Where
the
is the
player
pantry?
key
Oh,
in
here.
front of you.
So you go there.
It's the next player's turn. And remember,
There you go.
go to the pantry.
So
I'm
you
at
get
the
that
pantry.
Look out! You stepped on a black cat. Too bad you crossed its path. Go back to start and take out the keys. Return the room key to the game board and put the player key in front of you. Your turn ends. Pass the die to the next.
So basically what's happening is we each get one room we can go through. The other 2 we cannot. But it's different for each player. That's the novelness in this game.
It's good you mentioned that, because I probably would have just kept going.
Yeah, no.
that way.
Basically what they say in the rulebook is a room is haunted for you if you heard a voice. So you know this was haunted for you. I know this is haunted for me. That's haunted for you. So odds are you can probably make it through this one. You don't
Which
really
is
know
why I
until you
told
try.
him to go to the pantry.
No, it's totally random. So he could be signing up for failure. I don't know.
True.
So I'm gonna go 1, 2.
Well, I mean, I'm already there.
Yeah. So. So that's probably haunted for you.
Sounds like it.
So that's probably the one you want to go to.
Shocking, isn't it? There's no place for you to go. So wait here until your next turn. The room key goes back on the game board. And
So it
it's the
still
next
could
player's
possibly
turn.
be.
Stay
right?
where you are.
I mean, you can't re-enter the same room you just went into. Is also in the rules.
So he,
But it said to wait there.
yeah, it said to stay there.
yeah, but you would have to walk back to wherever you're going.
Yeah.
It's more useful when it's like up here and you're like, oh, okay, I'll just duck out here, versus going back to start, which is terrible.
But you don't have to follow the arrows then?
Correct, to my understanding. I think it's just trying to point you along the way. Feel free to read the rules; they're not that complex.
Well, he reads the rules. I will roll.
Yes.
3.
I have a bad feeling about this, since there's only one notch. Empty. Yeah, that's not good. So really I've tried here and here, so I know this one's the right one for me. I'm hoping it tells me.
Clumsy elf. You've ruined my experiment barging in here like that. Get out before I decide I need a new brain for my creature. Go back to start.
Ugh!
Did you remember to take out the keys? Give the die to the next player. Go back to start.
Jerk.
So I have to do that again, right? Until
I mean, if you want to stay there, you can do it again, but it's going to give you another warning, and it could be really bad. You could go back to start, or you...
But I'd rather go back to start than have to walk back.
That's a fair point. Okay. What did I just do?
Broke it.
Slip through the front? I didn't hear anything.
Remove the keys and turn the
Ignore that part
die
because it's the
over to
middle of
the
it.
next player.
Nope, I heard that silence.
Is ended. Go to the pantry.
So basically, this is Stefan Feld's earliest work. No. Oh, sweet. Sweet jams.
Feedback.
Yeah, this is what a migraine sounds like.
Yes.
Don't worry. His bar is worse than his
Wilson?
bite. But to be on the safe side, I'd take a detour and go to the laboratory.
There you go.
Just at the laboratory.
Well, at least gives you a shortcut to move around.
I rolled a 3.
So, laboratory.
Yep.
I like that we're all taking the worst possible path. Like, none of us have had any luck at all.
But if it's just...
I mean, it is random, right?
Yeah, it's random, so each room...
You found the successful path. And then it tells you to go again once you found the successful path,
Okay.
so you can
Does that
roll
go back
again.
to the laboratory?
Yep.
2. So I go the only way I can.
Yep.
So if it's just 16
Ugh.
seconds...
Didn't you already do this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, but the pantry told him to go to the laboratory.
But... Yeah, but you can walk around, like... Alright. You might just be in an infinite loop of going back and forth between the pantry and laboratory. You might get lucky and it might send you up to a higher level, too. I think you want the rules on the back, though, right? Maybe not.
Who could that be? If you give a hoot, go to start and find out. Give up the die. It's
I don't give a hoot, though. So...
go to start.
It's thematic.
2. 1, 2.
Nice. Oh, snap! We got lucky.
I think I broke the game. Should I pretend like I don't know how it works?
Did you figure it out?
Yeah. I'm an adult, Sean.
I told you not to think about it. Now I'm gonna cheat.
That's what I said. Should I pretend like I don't know?
What?
Should I?
You're supposed to enjoy the game for the sake of people watching. For the next 20 minutes, Brian's gonna cheat. Everyone watch.
1. I'm gonna just follow the arrows. How does that sound?
Don't all the arrows... Like, this one points left and this one points right. How are you gonna follow that arrow?
Good point. All right, well, 1, 2, 3. I'll roll for which room I go to.
You roll... Oh, I see.
So I move 1, but I'm going for room 2.
Yes, I understand. Please not be a 1. There we go. Boop. Adult Sean, I figured this out. I told you not to figure it out, though, is the thing, man.
I tried.
Did you? 1, 2, 3.
It's just so obvious. Two. Do you think there's a rule regarding this? Because that does change things.
The key is supposed to be facing towards you.
Okay.
Towards your character.
For the record, I rolled
Yeah,
for
you
the
rolled
room.
for it. It's legit. I'm gonna laugh when you're like, what? That was supposed to work. So Brian's schooling us at this random game because he cheated once. You cheater, pumpkin eater.
Who's cheating now, Sean?
I'm trying to catch up.
I rolled for which room I picked.
1, 2, 3.
I see how it is. You randomly chose that.
I'm randomly doing it.
Meanwhile, I'm stuck
Poor
back at the
Eric
start.
is rolling one at a time.
3. Now I'm gonna roll for room.
Mm-hmm.
Room 3. Oh man.
1, 2, 3. The butler's room.
No, I'll be here. Right?
You were where? Here?
Yeah. 1.
No, you were here.
Oh, so yeah. So 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Have to
Go back to start.
When he knows he's gonna play, that's the best part.
Don't let the bed bugs bite. Go to the bedroom and try to get a good night's sleep. But if you can't sleep, try counting ghosts. We had 13 at last.
Alright, I'm gonna let Eric determine which room I'm going into. Which one? Dining room or kitchen?
Make him roll for it, Eric.
I can
roll.
do that. Okay.
Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3.
Three
Okay. So,
So
2.
kitchen.
And roll for the movement. You think it's gonna play?
I can't see your combination. Nope.
Crazy Count Claude.
Yeah, you thought you had it figured out.
Permanent display.
I only
In
had
the
one.
library vault. Go to the library.
On the plus side, I know that even if I roll a 1, I'll be taking a key.
Come on, Eric. Of
And of
you get a
course, that's
3
when I
now.
get a 3.
Yep. All right, this one has to work, so at least you get to roll again. Do you think it'll go now?
Yes. Well,
Like-
no, it can't go.
Right.
Because I've had every combination of keys. Of course, now I get the 1 again.
Oh. This is why luck-based games are a little rough. A little rough, kids.
1.
I need to figure out what I'm doing. Did I say that one? I didn't go through that one last time, right? I went through the parlor. I'm pretty sure. Well, at least you got time to catch up. Wow. The odds of that is 1/3, but you're hitting it at like 100. So are you cheating now or are you rolling
Well,
for it?
I already went through this
Yeah,
one.
yeah, you already know it, so proceed.
I think I went there. Now I'm afraid I might not have gone there. I'm just gonna look like an idiot.
You're good.
And I know not to go to the butler's room. We'll have to randomly choose between the...
Hey, look at that. Boop, boop. So there's a catch-up mechanic in this game. As it's playing, it's systematically having us go through.
Mm-hmm.
So when you do hear something, it'll probably make you bump to level 2 or level 3. FYI.
Roll for it?
Well, you can deduce
Well, have you
based on
figured
what
it
we've
out?
done, right?
Well, no, because they're not exactly one for... Because there's 4 players.
Oh.
So it's not exactly... This works for me, and this one worked for you, therefore the other one is for me. No, it doesn't work like that. Okay. You chose wisely. You have chosen. So that actually means you get to go yet again.
Ooh, now you have a tough choice to make.
Trying to go to the kitchen?
Yeah.
There, and then did you make it to the kitchen?
No.
Okay.
All right, so,
So
I'm first going
Eric's
to roll
all
for
caught
roll.
up.
So
Yeah.
1, 2, reroll.
Okay.
So I'm going all the way to the left.
1, 2, 3. Man! I'm getting stomped by terrible rolls.
Hey, welcome to my world.
Yeah. Kitchen?
Yeah. One! Back to it again.
3.
You want to hand me that key?
Nice. Did you expect that one to work for you?
Mm-hmm.
Have you figured it out now? Mostly?
I think so. But I'm still
What
not
is
entirely
happening?
certain.
Where to? Butlers?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Do you think this one will go off?
Yes. Well, I think he'll pass.
Oh. Correct. He needs a roll of a 5 and to make it. 1, 2, 3. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Roll a 2 and you have it. Where did it go? Oh, there.
1.
All right, guys. I can make a comeback right now. All I need is a roll of a 7 on my next turn.
You can do it.
We haven't really heard his voice in some time.
I believe in you.
All right, 1, 2, 3 for the direction I'm going. 3, okay. And then for the movement, 2. Oh, so close to 7.
All right, Eric, can you roll a 2 or greater?
Bam! Eric takes it. Nice.
I still haven't fully caught on.
So I want to hear your explanation of how you think the game works. Or should we do the review first, then the middle, we talk about that?
Sure.
Okay. Put this there. So that has been Shrieks and Creaks. The game came out in like 1989. Pretty decent
88.
for 88. Pretty decent for technology back then. It uses a cassette tape, has a speaker, and then there's some sort of mechanical gadgetry that happens within the speaker to allow the audio to turn on or off. Back then, it was a marvel of technology for me as a 7-year-old. Now that I understand how things work, I pretty much figured it out the other night. But I really liked it because it's so novel. The idea that, oh, okay, you combine 2 different things to see, you know, and you hear this creepy, fun voice, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I just had so much fun as a kid playing this game. So overall, this game rates really high in nostalgia. Play value, not very good. What did you guys think? You guys have no nostalgia in this. Was it a blast from the past, or was it just a really lame old game?
I
Like, how do I not insult you? Right?
No, nostalgia is something that you can't, you know, turn
Yeah.
off.
Yeah.
You either had it as a kid or you didn't.
I didn't have this as a kid. So playing it now is just... I feel like I'm stupid for not fully catching on.
Well, you weren't supposed to catch on, right?
I wasn't trying to.
And you still won, so...
I just kind of randomly decided which ones I was going for before, and like, well,
You feel like...
I feel like this I mean, the voice was a Vincent Price knockoff, if
Sure.
which I mean, like very.
He invented the genre, basically. Him and Bela Lugosi. So.
Oh yes. So like, and I've been looking to try to find who actually did the voice, but no avail. So I don't know. I mean, like there's
Eric Summer actually did the book. No.
I don't think so.
Fair enough.
Sean.
I mean, I guess there's a little bit of nostalgia there with the Vincent Price, but at the same time, the actual game, I don't know, it was just another roll and move.
Oh yeah, that's
So,
totally what it is. I mean, that was the era, right? What did you think, Brian?
Yeah, similarly, I initially tried not to figure it out. I was like, I just want to suspend my disbelief and
Sure.
see how it works.
Sure.
After, like, the second turn, you said something that instantly I was like, oh, that's how it works?
What did I say?
You said, oh, this one's going to work. There's 2 gaps.
Did I say that?
Yeah.
Curses!
And so I was like, oh, so clearly the number of gaps is what's key. And I interpreted it as you need 2 gaps, and then I got
You
one
need
that
2 gaps.
cleared with
Yeah.
1 gap.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, why did that clear? And so once it happened, I was like, oh, I think I figured it out. And so then I had to go randomly and
I
roll
didn't-
the dice to decide which door to take.
So do you think it's just having 2 gaps? It'll
No.
work? Okay.
Well, if you have 2 gaps, it will work. I'm fairly certain. Unless the 2 gaps are the 2 outside gaps. Which could never happen.
Never?
I'm fairly certain.
Well, not
that
on
it's
mine, obviously.
And not on mine, not on his. I have not seen the other character, but I'm guessing one of the outsides is closed. Yeah, so it is impossible to ever have both outsides open.
yeah.
So I'm fairly certain each of us will have a gap. So for me, the second one has to be clear. If this one's clear, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
For Sean, it's the third one.
Do you think this will work?
Let me see your person.
Because there's 2 gaps there, side by side.
Yeah. I kind of think yes.
Like, we won't hear any audio.
I'm pretty sure we won't. But
Okay,
I'm
try it
trying
out.
I'm trying to think now.
Try it out.
'Cause I've never. And I'm starting to second guess this now. Because using my theory, it works with this person.
Sure.
So my theory will always work for this character. I don't know about your character.
Sure. And the other thing in the rules is they're like, you have to change
I'm
characters.
sure
Yeah.
you'll find a way out.
Yeah.
It's
So your
got 2
char-
gaps.
Yeah. So now I'm not sure how your character's works. I know how this character works.
Do you want to know how it works?
I am intrigued.
Do you want to know how it works?
No, not really.
Do you know how basically a speaker is wired? It's got positive and
Positive
negative,
and negative,
right?
Yeah.
Inside here, there are 2 clamps. I haven't opened this up. This is just my theory. And one of them is tied to this. When it's pushed down, it applies it. One of them is tied to this. It pushes down and it applies it. The outsides don't matter, and the middle 2 don't matter.
So you're saying only these 2 matter?
No, I'm saying second in and second in. Those are the only 2 that matter.
My second in was left open and it worked once.
I defy that logic. Please try. Is it possible you had the key turned around?
I think it was this one. Maybe. Yeah.
I think we're using the terms inversely. Working would imply playing music.
No.
I'm saying
Oh.
the clips are depressed
Okay.
there and there. When it's open, it will not play.
Okay, so that is where it is coming down. Is I say working as in I advance.
Right. I'm saying working as in it plays
The key
music.
works.
Yes.
Okay.
Because it's an action. You're depressing
Yep.
2 pins down within there.
Mm-hmm.
And so what I'm saying is this one and this one are what matters. And
Okay.
everyone has one press down automatically based on their character.
So like
You
with
have the
mine-
left one, I
yeah.
have the right one, you have the right one.
Yeah. So with this character, it's as long as I leave this pin open,
Yes.
I know I will always go.
Yeah.
And that's what my theory was based on. So again, it works based on the character.
Yeah. Yeah. And they make you change
Yeah.
characters every time.
So yeah. So once I realized I just have to leave this open, I could no longer pick rooms.
yeah.
That's how the game was broken for me.
Yeah, absolutely. Once you figure it out, but I mean, it is meant for kids
Yeah.
and whatever. But
If they could find a way though to implement this in a newer-ish game where you could not figure that out somehow,
sure.
I feel like they could revitalize the idea.
You mean
of
like
an
a
escape game.
MP3 randomizer?
Yes.
I mean, you wouldn't even need to do that. It'd just be a smartphone app, right?
Yeah.
And it'd be like, your character, I have this internal table. I know you can do this or not this.
And it could be as simple as like a code on the back that you scan over your phone or something.
Sure.
So I think the idea is novel with
Yeah.
this randomizing aspect.
Totally.
I just think the technology is dated.
Well dated.
And
We're
I-
listening to a cassette player.
Yeah.
I had
What's
to go
that?
to Goodwill to buy this.
Yeah. For the record, in my life, I bought one cassette because then when I was old enough to buy music, and even at that point, CDs were a thing.
Right. DC Talk?
Yeah.
Is that nice.
I had DC Talk New Thing on
Mhm.
cassette. Everything else I owned was always CD. So like I'm fiddling with this, and I'm like, how does this work?
What is this technology?
Yeah. So that novelty was lost on me, admittedly.
Sure. But yeah, I mean, the game's terrible, right? It's roll and move
Yeah.
mixed with a fun little clicky thing.
Yeah.
But
I could understand how a kid would love this game.
And that's why I like older games, is because they have these weird technologies mixed in it. Voice of the Mummy has a turntable. You click a button and it plays a random track.
I greatly actually enjoyed Voice of the Moment.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Fireball Island, of course, is one of the greatest versions. You flicking marbles down a thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's surprisingly fun just to
Yeah.
roll marbles around a weird 3D table.
Never played it.
What? How is that possible? But anyway, that has been Shrieks and Creaks. You could maybe find it at Goodwill. I hope you guys watched, enjoyed watching this. Comments below.
Let us know other vintage games that we need to find.
That'd be awesome.
Or if you have them, send them our way.
There you go. All right.
Sean
Thanks,
will pay
guys.
for 'em.
Oh, I will? I probably will. All right. Thanks, guys. So in this era of technology, sometimes it would eat the tape.
Yes.
Oh,
So if you hit play,
I'm learning so much about history right now.
If you hit play while it's eating the tape, bad things happen. Like it rips the tape.
So we're good, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we should be good.
It's not out of the cassette, so that's a good thing.
That is a good thing.
Guys, I'm learning so much about archaic
Here we go.
technology.
How about my personal favorite, Nightmare Tales by Mother Ghoul? Just ignore the howls and screams. Take a nap now.
That's not weird at all.
Dreams. Go to the bedroom.
I don't want to with you.